So a lot of people ask me, how can I get my horse more quiet, more relaxed, and less reactive? And I want to show you an exercise that I often do with my horses to try and quiet them down and get them to become less reactive. So today we're going to use our steady stick to get our horse to move off of pressure from a distance using an exercise that I call rail driving. Let's take a look. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask my horse to step up against the rail for me here. Good girl. And my goal is to be able to drive my horse forward and stop my horse with a loose rein, or in this case, a loose lead rope. But I want us to think of this as a rein, just like we're driving. And so when I drive her on the rail, I'm going to be walking parallel with my horse. And all I'm going to do when I want her to stop, I'm going to take a nice big deep breath. I'm going to set my lead rope down. Okay? Now, if when I set my lead rope down, the horse doesn't stop, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to gently put some energy kind of backwards into her body to help encourage her to stop moving forward. Now, when I'm ready to ask my horse to go forward, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up on my line and I'm going to offer my horse an opportunity to go forward. So I'm going to let Crescent, I'm going to tell her walk. Okay, she hasn't moved. Then I'm going to pick up my steady stick to apply some pressure behind her. And as soon as she starts walking, you see how I lowered my stick to take the pressure off of her. I've got her on a nice loose rein here. And when I'm ready for her, I'm ready for her to stop yet. So I'm going to ask her to move past that pony. Now when I'm ready for her to stop, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a nice big deep breath. I'm going to stop moving my feet. And I'm going to lower my rein so that I'm not putting any pressure on my pony. Okay, so at a distance, I'm going to stand away. And notice I'm behind my pony's shoulder. Again, very similar to the position I'd be in if I were riding my horse. I'm going to walk parallel to my horse. I'm going to offer her the opportunity to walk out. And then once she walks out, I'm going to take the pressure away. And after we get a few good, nice and loose strides on a loose rein, I'm going to take a nice big deep breath. I'm going to stop moving my feet and try to encourage my horse to stop moving her feet as well. All right, here we go. So I'm going to offer for my pony to go forward. She hasn't gone forward. I'm going to give her a little cluck. I'm going to pick up my steady stick, add a little bit of pressure behind her to drive her forward on the rail here. Okay, I'm going to keep her going here. And she's really taking her time. She's very thoughtful about her steps. She's being methodical about where she's stepping, but she's not nervous. So I really like that. And I'm going to take a nice big deep breath here. I'm going to stop moving my feet. Now she's still moving, so I'm just going to gently push some of that energy backwards to get her to quit moving there. Good girl. I'm going to rub her since she minded me and inclined her nose towards me there. And I'm going to ask her to walk on again. Oh, I didn't have to pick up my steady stick that time. I like that. Now, if my pony starts to come off the rail like she's doing here, I'll just push at that shoulder to push that shoulder right back over to the rail. And I'm going to go ahead and ask her to stop right here. Loose rein. She didn't stop. I'll just put a little bit of energy backwards to get her back to where I asked her to stop. Okay. I'll take the pressure off. Okay, so I'm going to give her a moment to think about that, and we're going to try this again. But again, it's not about, I'm going to count to a 4 count and she's got to be stopped by then. I want to give her time to think about what she's doing. Did she do it exactly the way I'm looking for? No. But we're making progress. She's taking her time. There's no reason for me to get after her and make her nervous and anxious for her just trying and giving me good tries here. So I'm really appreciative that she's trying. I like that that nose is coming towards me. She's focused on what I'm doing. I like everything I'm seeing. We just need to clean things up a little bit to get this a little bit smoother. So here we go. I'm going to give her the opportunity to walk forward. And again, I'm giving her the opportunity. I'm going to ask her. I'm going to kiss. I'll pick up my steady stick there. Good girl. Okay. Now right here, I'm going to give her the opportunity to stop. I'm going to take a big deep breath. and lower my hand, and she did awesome. I'm gonna come in here and give her a rub, let her know that she's made some really good decisions here. Good girl. So rail driving is one of the most important things that you can do to get your horse relaxed, because eventually you can incorporate desensitizing and movements while you're asking your horse to go forward. Because, you know, we don't ride at a standstill. We're moving as we're riding. And so if we can rail drive our horse and get them comfortable to motions over the top of them, I'll take my steady stick and wave over my pony's head while she's moving, she's going to be more relaxed and more comfortable with me in general. Again, if I can control my horse from a reasonable distance away, say 6, 7, maybe 10 feet away at the end of this rope, and I can tip that nose in, push it away from me, I can incline my horse to go forward, I can breathe them down into a stop, it's going to be so much easier for them to be comfortable with me when I'm right up here with them and I'm just going to gently incline her to the left, or take a deep breath and sit deep in my saddle and ask my pony to stop moving.